So we left off with process, the process of how everything started, some things that we had to do. We covered branding a little bit. Going back to branding, of course you have to have a social media. In this day and age, technology is running everything, so we got to make sure that we're on everything. LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything. We want to get this program out to as many people as possible, and these are one of the ways that we're going about doing it. All of this is our links for the pages that we have up. If you guys want them, like YouTube, and this actual launch event will be on YouTube. That's another reason why we had you fill out the filming permission slips.
So everyone say hi to the camera.
Hey, cousin.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So now we're going to go into discussing the money aspect. We did open up a bank account. We officially have a bank account, so if you need to write out a check or anything like that, you can send it to the Young Leaders Program, and it'll go straight to our bank account. So, that is our bank account right about now. Yeah, so we working on that though. So the piggy, he just holding strong for us right now. But eventually, we want to be right there. Because the more funding that we get, the more we can support these kids. The more money, the more materials, the more funding, the more branding, the more everything. You know, I see billboards out here when I'm driving on the freeway, huge billboards. We can have money to put up billboards so we can make people know that there is a program out here and that's supporting the community and being active. Commercials and just hiring staff and everything that goes along with that. Field trips. Field trips are not expensive, you know. Just all of those things that come into play. 501c3, they charge you about $400 just to file a tax form to say that you're a nonprofit. So just know that your money is not being wasted, your time is not being wasted. Okay, so as you know, we're at the Collinwood Rec Center, and we are very grateful to have this wonderful rec center. This is actually the newest rec center in Cleveland, Ohio. So it's brand new and everything, and they decided they're actually sponsoring us. They gave us a classroom. So when we're talking to you about this after school program, we actually have our own classroom.
Real quick, let me just piggyback off that. If you want to see the classroom, when we take our next break, I can take you guys into the room so you can actually get a feel for the environment of the
Or better yet, she'll give you a tour around the whole
I'll show you the classroom.
Yeah, but there are plenty of resources, you know, in our neighborhood. So we just need to know what our resources is and be educated with it. With our resources, you know, like for example, with the Collinwood Rec, it's an $11 million facility. Yeah, so they spent a ton of money on this rec center. It's the first indoor water park. It has the first indoor water park. I don't know if y'all seen it over there. It's a huge slide. I can't swim, but I will be testing it out. Maybe I'll have a little, you know, a floater thing around me. Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe one of the kids will teach me how to swim if I'm lucky. So we have that. It's a regulated size basketball court, 3-lane walking, jogging track. We'll be doing activities, you know. Tasha and Sharice will have lesson planning where we talk about health and how to be healthy, doing some exercises, aerobics, all those types of things. We also have a kitchen, and the kids will be provided with free food. So the program is free, the food is free, so you can understand why the money is so detrimental.
Well, with recruiting, the way we're going about recruiting our kids, we're going to the local high schools and middle schools. getting permission from the principals, of course. We're going to talk to them about the program. That's basically how we're doing our recruitment. As far as that, if you guys are interested in being volunteers for our program, or staff, or sponsors, we got sheets over here that you can fill out. So that's how we're going about recruiting staff members. Also social media, YouTube, things of that nature.
Okay, so with that being said, we did recruit ourselves, and that's how we actually got our staff, you know, just from recruiting. So recruiting is very important. And our manager, Tashiana Hammond, will come up. She is the manager for Collinwood Rec Center for the Young Leaders Program.
Hello. Hello. Hi. My name is Tashiana Hammond, as Lavont said. Little background on me. I met Lavont in a program called City Year, where we used to volunteer too. Right now, I'm in college for early childhood education and finishing up my degree in criminal justice. I mentored and tutored 6th through 8th graders before. I helped prepare Collinwood students for the OGT. I teach at a daycare because I just love kids in all fashion. Presented to youth in CMSD schools about programs like this, programs that provide opportunities for them to give back to their community. I helped foster a relationship between Collinwood High School and the Cleveland Cavaliers. We did a program where we made a LeBron James mural. And, you know, we dedicated to the Cavaliers, and we had a couple Cavaliers come out there and, you know, give back to the students. We will be talking about topics like stereotypes, drugs, gang violence, homelessness, bullying, career prep, health, and community service. We feel that this not only educates students as far as reading and writing is good, also educating them on social topics that's happening in their community. Because we can teach kids right from wrong, but if we don't educate them in depth on social topics, how are they supposed to know? How can we say they know what's right from wrong when dealing with issues in their community? So, we're going to go in depth with things like this. A typical day, lesson plan, I've created 3 lesson plans. You know, I'm the manager of the program. We had teacher Charisse, but I wanted to, you know, do something myself, because I don't want to just tell them to go out and create a program. I wanted to create them to show them that together we can create an amazing program. I'm not just going to talk you through it. I'm going to manage you, but we're going to do it together. Any support you need from me, I'm here to help you reach out to the community, create lesson plans, things like that of that nature. So, a typical day, we start the program Monday through Friday, with the exception of Wednesday. The program will not be in effect. We, as staff, will be doing something outreaching to the community, letting them know what the Young Years program is about on Wednesdays. But the rest of the days, we will be here in Collinwood Rec from 4 to 7 o'clock. Like Lavont said, lunch will be provided in between that time. The first hour will be homework help, where we just, you know, helping them with homework after school, making sure they get their homework, any help they need, we got it. And then we'll go into the issues. Our first topic that we're going to go to is stereotypes. I feel passionate about stereotypes because, you know, we stereotype people every day. I've stereotyped people. Everybody out here has stereotyped someone. So I feel like that is something good to go into. I'm going to just have open dialogue with the kids, you know, ask them what do they think a stereotype is. You know, have they been stereotyped or been through stereotypes? Explain the history of it. How did it first start? When did we first notice this? Like, when did we first notice that we were stereotyping each other, judging each other in any way? And then just looking at how society plays a role in stereotyping each other, whether it's race, sexuality, anything. You know, advertising ads, how they play a role in it. We can have some advertising ads that's, you know, sexual based, like all for men or all for women, or, you know, stereotyping a specific race. Then another topic is gangs. We all have gangs in our community. You know, we're faced with decisions to join gangs every day because we're not getting adequate, love at home or this. We want to foster a positive community where kids feel safe enough where they can come and talk to us. And they can talk to us because we're young, we're around their age, we understand, we speak a little slang, so they can talk to us about this and feel comfortable without us going back and telling, people their problems. It stays in that environment, it's a safe environment. So we'll ask them how they feel about gang violence, and we want them to be as honest as possible with us. We want, tell us, have you ever been in the gang before? We want all that. We want uncut and raw. We just, because we want to really get to know these children. So we'll be doing different types of programs, different types of activities. Different types of activities with the kids. And then at the end of each activity, we'll have an open discussion to ask them how they feel about this, How can we incorporate this not only in this room, not only in our community, but in society as we move on. And like college prep and stuff, we'll be doing that. We hopefully want to do some tours of college, get them ready for that mindset, life after high school, life in college, life after college. We want them to be as successful as they can possibly be, good citizens. So, and let me introduce you to our first teacher. We want to have positive role models. We want to have a female, and we need a strong male to join our team. So if y'all know a strong male to join our team, that would be lovely. Sharice, come up. This is Sharice. She is our first teacher, and we're excited to have her join our team. So say a little bit about yourself, Sharice.
Well, I'm Sharice. I am a teacher for younger leaders. If I'm not mistaken, I'm actually the youngest out of all of everyone here in this crew. The reason why I say that is because it's good to have people the same age as you that can relate to you. And nowadays, I know my mentality at a younger age. I feel like old people couldn't tell me nothing. But when somebody younger came and told me the exact same thing, I accepted it. My mom looked at me like, I just told you the same thing. But she the same age as me. She know more than you. That's how we think. So a lot of times, and the saying goes that it takes a village to raise a child. It really does. My whole church raised me. So I really needed more than just my mother, more than just my father to help me to realize how to function well in life. With me being a younger person, I'm a college graduate. I've done positive things with my life, and my only focus here is to help other children do positive things with their life as well. Career prep, learning stereotypes, peer pressure, how not to fit in, because honestly fitting in is getting everybody in trouble nowadays. So how to stand out and be positive in this world is really what's going to get them far. So my whole focus here is just to help children do better.
Everybody say congratulations, Tosh.
Congratulations, Tosh.
Congratulations, Sharice.
Congratulations, Sharice. Yeah.
We're gonna have a break now, y'all. Now y'all sitting here and us talk. Once again, we are. I'm sorry. Okay, once again, we do have the 50-50 raffle going on. Get you a raffle ticket, and if we pull your name, you get half of what we earn on the raffle. We're selling shirts, scarves, hats, got food in the bag, cake. Enjoy yourselves. That's all I got to say.
If you want to have fun with us, you know this is still a launch event / party, so we will have music and we will be doing line dances, but you need to stay towards the end. Okay, that's it.
you using?
No, I'm just showing them the.
Very nice.
Thank you.
It's a nice size and everything.
Yeah, I think it's good. All right, we find it.
Beginning of where it starts. You have to have a beginning.
We should pray.
I agree.
Pastor's wife right here.
She called it right. Grandma, come here. Gotta let my grandma.
All of this can be nothing but your doing, Father. We thank you for the vision. We thank you for the resources, God. We thank you just for the opportunity to have these young adults trying to help our youth, Father. Father, we thank you just for the blessing of that, God. God, I ask that you lead them, that you guide them, that you bless everything that they touch, Lord. Open every door, Father. Thank you for the Collinwood Rex, Father, and seeing the vision and believing in this, Father. Father, I ask that you just continue to open doors, to bless, to help them to keep you at the front of this program, God, because with you everything is possible, God. We thank you. Thank you just for in this moment, Lord. And we love you and we appreciate you. And we just ask that you let this program be what you would have it to be, God. And to keep them on their path, keep them on your will, Lord. We just ask that you let your presence be felt in this building and in this program, God. And let it warm the hearts of anyone that is able to donate, able to provide any resource, God. We thank you and we love you, God. In your Son, our Savior, in Jesus' name we pray. And again, I say, Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
That's First Lady right there. All right now.
On the count of three, say Young Leaders Program.
Young Leaders Program. Okay.
She like the way I jiggle the
What you doing next? Yeah, no, go ahead. You gotta teach me to touch that situation.
Speaker gone. She done jammed the speaker up off the back.
I'm sorry, y'all. This for the kids.
Well, what I'm gonna talk to you all about is the program requirements. It's a few sheets of paper that you guys are gonna receive when your child is enrolled. For example, child information form, that's basically just emergency contact, anything that your child may be allergic to, safety, safety procedures or how we should deal with your child if something goes wrong. Next, you have a food form. That's just simply giving us permission to be able to feed your child while they're inside of our program. Permission slips are for the community service projects that we're going to be having every other Friday. Sometimes we may take them outside of the Collinwood Rec. Sometimes they may do things here. Like we might take them to a homeless shelter if the topic was homelessness, for example. Stuff like that. We need to make sure we have your consent when dealing with minors, period. Permission, media form is basically what you guys filled out today. Permission for us to film the kids. We want to show an example of what a day would be like in our program. So sometimes we're going to sit there and we're going to film our lessons while our teachers are teaching. Lastly, a requirement, a kid cannot join this program, period, if they do not have a shirt. It helps our staff be able to identify who is with us when we're outdoors. And I know you guys want your kids to come back and want to do so. That's why that's very important.
Okay. So some people may ask, why the Young Leaders Program? There are a number of nonprofit organizations within inner city Cleveland, who helps kids. So why the Young Leaders Program? Well, with the Young Leaders Program, what we did was we strategically thought out our process as far as location and how we're going to do it and our identity. So instead of just making a brand new building from ground up, a lot of facilities are only facilities, like a YMCA or a Boys and Girls Club, or sometimes even a rec center. It's okay, we have all these resources in our building, go play or go have fun, because we created the safe environment for you. Now go ahead. With ours, it's a little different. We say, why reinvent the wheel? We can collaborate with different rec centers, like a Collinwood Rec, and use their resources and still have the foundation of a program, that helps these kids strive to be the best that they can be. So that's the difference with our program. We are a program, not a facility. And then you have some programs that goes into the school and it's just tutor. We got to tutor you for OGT. We have to tutor you for your schoolwork, proficiency tests, or, just things like that. State tests is all school. Kids need a break from school. Sometimes they need to, know what's going on with their community and how to handle those problems. We are very big advocates of problem solving. Not just talking about the problem, as a community, we tend to just complain and talk about the things that's going on in the community, but we usually don't take that step further to say, okay, we have a problem, now how can we solve that problem? So, yeah, we are taught by young adults, that's one of our motives. We accept older too, when it comes to this. We want to be diverse as possible, but we do want to show them that there are some older people who definitely can relate to you, That's how we learned. That's how we got everything that we learned. So a unisex classroom, we prefer to have a male and a female during every classroom. We split it up. Middle schoolers have a classroom and we have a high school class. So with our middle school class, we're looking at a male and a female teaching them and running the program. And then for the high schoolers, we have a male and a female.
Right now, we're starting off with just one classroom. I want you to tell
Yeah.
you. That's the classroom that I showed you. I don't want anybody to get confused.
Okay. We also do hands-on community service. You can talk the talk, but you also have to walk the walk. So with that being said, we're not just going to sit up here and lecture kids on how to be better citizens or how to be better, young leaders. We have a Friday, every other Friday, that's planned specifically for community service. So we're not just going to fall victim to being in a hard, community. We're also going to reach out. We're going to do things like picking up litter, and beautifying the community, planting a garden, feeding the homeless, making health kits or hygiene kits, for less fortunate or people who cannot get to those things or have access to those. Shoveling snow for the elderly. We have a Euclid Beach right across the street, and how many people actually go over there and assist those people, So that's something that we do. Diversity. If y'all notice, the type of music that we played, I know it had to be at least one